Imagine checking your door cam late at night, only to find something staring back at you. From eerie figures to unexplained movements, these cameras have captured more than just visitors. Tonight, we dive into the 8 strangest things ever caught on door cams. So dim the lights, turn up the volume, and get ready to witness moments that will make you question what lurks outside your front door. Number 8. In this disturbing door camera footage from 2021, a woman in a hoodie can be seen approaching the front door of a house in the middle of the night. Behind her, a man wearing a face mask and a lanyard stands on the steps as she rings the doorbell. Doorbell cameras are meant for homeowners to see who's at their door and communicate with their visitors to decide whether or not it's a good idea to let them in. In this case, the owner opens the door without hesitation.
Hello, do you have a phone I can use? My car broke down and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You know?
Sorry.
The woman tells him that her car broke down and asks if she can use his phone. The owner politely refuses, but as soon as he apologizes and closes the door, the man with the face mask tries to break into the house with the weapon in hand. Fortunately, the owner had locked the second door just in time. It's unknown if he called the police, but from what I could find, the identities of the man and woman haven't been revealed. What makes this footage even more chilling is the fact that there's a playground in the yard, which means the two had specifically targeted a house where they knew there would most likely be kids inside. Had the homeowner not reacted quickly, he and his family would have probably been the victims of an armed robbery, or possibly much worse. Number 7. This video shows the terrifying moment a man broke into a family's home. The man, later identified as Jonathan Gonzalez, entered the home while a mother and her baby were asleep. The home security camera recorded him quietly moving around the bedroom before approaching the sleeping woman and behaving inappropriately. Police identified Gonzalez, who was a former friend of the family, as a suspect early on, but lacked solid evidence until they conducted a search of his home. They found clothing matching what was seen in the footage and digital evidence placing him at the scene. This case was so disturbing, it garnered widespread media coverage. Number 6. In May 2022, a Reddit user uploaded this disturbing Ring camera footage with the caption, "Zombies want your brain." The video shows a young man in a bandana, covered in what appears to be dirt or blood, repeatedly slamming himself into the front door of a house. On his third attempt to break down the door, he apparently knocks himself out after hitting his head. It's stumbling after the impact, the man collapses over the front porch railing, knocking over an ornament in the process. He groans in pain as he flails his arms and raises his legs, seemingly trying to get back on his feet, but the video ends before we can see what happened next. After the footage was uploaded, many viewers commented that the man was probably under the influence of hard drugs, which would explain his uncoordinated movements and violent behavior. Other users suggest that he might have had a seizure after hitting his head on the door, but because the video was uploaded with no context or explanation, it's impossible to confirm what actually happened. That night, the homeowner never saw the man again. Number 5. This footage was captured at 4:30 a.m. on April 29, 2023. It happened in El Paso, Texas. The video shows a young woman running up to the front door of a house and ringing the doorbell. Although nobody else can be seen in the frame, terrified, she looks over her shoulder multiple times as if she was being followed. The woman begs for help and starts crying when nobody answers the door, and a few seconds later, a car headlights come into view in the background. As soon as she sees the lights, the woman crouches down behind a column, and she does the same thing again when she sees the neighbor's driveway lights turn on. After a few minutes of waiting the car's headlights illuminate the driveway, and the woman walks down the steps towards it. It's possible that she got in the car, but this wasn't caught on the Ring camera. As soon as the footage was made public, many people started speculating that the woman might have been the victim of trafficking and was trying to escape her captors, but others believed that she had a totally different motive. Several viewers mentioned that if she really had been in danger, she wouldn't have hid from the neighbors when she saw their driveway lights turn on. Another thing that caught viewers' attention is the fact that at the very beginning of the video, the woman isn't actually running. She appears to be casually walking up the steps, and she only begins to run when she comes into view of the doorbell camera, which suggests that the whole thing might have been a robbery setup. Less than a month after the footage was uploaded, El Paso police arrested 34-year-old Krista Nicole Cordell for burglary. After her mugshot was released, some people believe that it was the same woman from the video due to the resemblance, but police never officially confirmed this. It's unclear if she was ever seen in the neighborhood again. Number 4. This next video shows a man peering in the window of a 22-year-old model from Florida. She installed a Ring camera on her front door and shortly after caught footage of the stalker creeping around her house. The man appeared minutes after she arrived home, indicating he was likely following her. Despite repeated reports to the police, no action was taken and the stalker returned a week later. Feeling unsafe, the woman has since moved away from the area. Number 3. In November 2019 in Harriet Creek Ranch, Texas. It was later uploaded to TikTok and Facebook. The footage shows a little girl holding a flashlight and knocking on the door of an unoccupied house in the middle of the night.
Please help!
The girl is obviously scared, but because nobody else can be seen on the camera, it's hard to tell who or what she was running from. As she continues to knock and beg for help, she looks over her shoulder several times, but the footage ends, abruptly leaving many questions unanswered. After it was recorded, the video was made public, and police were notified of the incident. But from what I was able to find, the girl was never identified. Some think that she was being used as bait to get the homeowners to open the door, and several people commented on Facebook and TikTok that they could clearly see a man hiding in the shadows behind the girl. But it was never confirmed whether that's what was happening or if the little girl was actually in danger and genuinely asking for help. Another theory that surfaced is that the girl in the video might have been the same girl from a missing person case in South Dakota. In February 2019, a 9-year-old girl named Serenity Denard ran away from a youth home in Black Hills and was allegedly seen in Justin, Texas, a few days before the video was recorded. The fact that the little girl knocked on the door of an unoccupied house shows that she clearly didn't live in the area. Otherwise, she would have known nobody was there, which makes this theory a possibility. Although there's definitely a resemblance between the girl in the video and Serenity, police didn't confirm whether the video and the missing person case were related. Unfortunately, not a lot of official information on this footage has been made public, and we'll likely never know what ended up happening to the little girl. Number 2. On November 30th, 2021, a Twitter user from Dallas reported that her doorbell camera had recorded a suspicious man standing outside of her apartment almost every night for an entire month. According to her tweet, she had already reached out to the authorities, but they hadn't done enough to keep the man away. This is what her Ring camera captured. In most of the clips, the man can be seen standing eerily still outside of the woman's apartment and possibly waiting for her to come outside. At one point in the video, the man can be heard talking, but his words are difficult to make out. It's unknown what he planned to do if the woman stepped out of her apartment, but judging by his behavior, it likely wasn't anything good. After the original upload, the disturbing video immediately went viral, with hundreds of people checking in on the woman to make sure she was safe. 2 days later, the woman posted an update on Twitter in which she mentioned that her friends and family had confronted the man and that security had been on the lookout for him. Many people who viewed the video urged the uploader not to let her guard down and reminded her that the likelihood that the man would show up again was very high. But after the last tweet in December 2021, there haven't been any more updates and the identity hasn't been publicly revealed. Number 1. This next incident occurred on May 8th, 2022 in Houston, Texas, when a man identified as 29-year-old Joshua DeLoach enters the house and confronts his roommate Justin Iwuji with a weapon.
What? Down. Huh? On your knees. Bro, on your knees now. On your knees. Bro, on your knees. What's the issue? I'm gonna say it one more time. Bro, what's the issue? On your knees now. What's the issue? I'm not around. What's the issue? On your knees now. What's the issue? What's the issue?
Immediately after this incident, Joshua DeLoach stole $6,000 in jewelry from his roommate and then proceeded to tie him up and forced him in the trunk of his own car.
This morning, a man charged with robbing and kidnapping his own roommate finally arrested.
A wild story, and this man is now expected in court coming up this morning. 29-year-old Joshua DeLoach seen here in this surveillance home video, accused of pointing a gun at his roommate earlier this month when he was asked to pay his rent or get out. He allegedly stole $6,000 and jewelry from his roommate, then tied up his roommate and put him in the trunk of his own car.
Luckily, Justin managed to escape with the help of a bystander. Joshua DeLoach was arrested about 2 weeks later on May 20th of that year. That was the 8 strangest things ever caught on door cams. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a scare. Until next time, stay scared.